This is the anti-rat loadout for taking down the Matriarch in Arc Raiders. I'm going to show you the best strategy to do it, and you can do it without worrying about getting shot in the back by some free loadout with a Stitcher. It's the perfect anti-rat strat, and it works on both Spaceport and down battlegrounds. I'll go through the loadout quickly and then show the strategy. Before I explain the strategy, we've got a community event this Sunday where we'll be teaming up to take down the Queen. So if you struggle fighting the Queen because of rats or other problems, come and join the stream this Sunday. The details for the start time are on screen right now. Hopefully I'll see you there. You need 3 weapons for this to work. Sounds a bit overkill, but don't worry. One of those weapons is simply a Stitcher. It can even be a Stitcher 1. I would recommend sticking any extended light mag you can on it. If you don't have the blueprint, you can just go to the gun shop and buy it. This is going to increase your chances of winning a 1v1 duel with any potential rats that might be there. So yes, Stitcher with an extended mag, at least the highest possible extended mag size you can go for. That's all you need there. And then we have this weapon. Yes, I know. The Bettina. Can you believe it? This weapon here is the Armor Shredder. This weapon is not designed for doing damage to the Matriarch, but just to shred off the armor so you can damage the inner core as quickly as possible. You need the weapon that does it the quickest. That would be the Equalizer. But everybody knows if you fire the Equalizer, the whole Rat Kingdom is going to come rushing to your location to take it off your hands. The Bettina is discreet. Nobody cares about this thing. It's a piece of crap. Everybody knows it's useless, except it's very fast. It's shredding off arc armor, faster than the Hole Cracker for sure. And I'll show that in gameplay in a second. If you don't want to use the Bettina, you can run a Pharaoh or Anvil, but it's so much quicker with this weapon. As soon as the Matriarch armor is shredded off, you move to the highest damage per inventory slot weapon you can have. Inventory space is golden. It's so important when you're fighting the Matriarch because you need as many meds as possible. So the Osprey is the #1 choice. 1, it has very good bullet velocity. You're going to do more damage at longer range. That's great if the Matriarch goes for a little bit of a walk. Secondly, it has the highest damage per shot of any medium weapon. 45 damage. You get 80 ammo per inventory slot. That's 3,600 damage per inventory slot. In comparison, the Pharaoh is more than half that, only 1,600 damage per inventory slot. So you've got your PvP weapon, you've got your damage shredder, and you've got your arc killer. I would personally recommend upgrading the Osprey. If you don't have an Osprey, you can use the Renegade. It's a little less effective, but that can work as well. And you only need a Bettina 1 and a Stitcher 1 with a mag. That's it. In terms of ammo economy, we basically want to go for 2 stacks of light ammo, 4 stacks of heavy, and 6 stacks of medium. You won't be able to get any more ammo out of it before both your Renegade and Bettina are broken, so save your storage. Next, meds. Bring in as many high-tier meds as possible. We're talking like 4 stacks of meds if you can, 5 if you can. I've personally got a Vita Spray, 10 herbal bandages, and 10 basic bandages. I've also brought in 15 shield recharges because we will take a lot of shield damage. We've also got defibs in case anybody needs them, and a couple stack of frag grenades in case we need to deal with a bastion. We've also got 2 wolf packs. There's 1 rocketeer that will spawn in, and the wolf packs are going to be incredibly useful as well. You can do all of this without the grenades. You don't need to bring them in. It just makes it a little bit more effective. In terms of augments, you can go for whatever you feel like. Personally, I would suggest bringing in at least a medium shield. Heavy shield if you can. It's really, really good at tanking the Matriarch damage. And then bring in a couple barricade kits if you've got them. This really helps you block the damage as well. And a snap hook or a zipline. If you don't have the snap hook blueprint yet, go farm some loot runs on storm raids. That's where they drop the most commonly. You can do it with a zipline, but you'll see later why that could backfire. So try and bring a snap hook if you can. It's not necessary. You could do it with a zipline. Right, let's go test this run. I'm going to show you how it works on down battlegrounds and Spaceport. All right, as soon as we load into the raid, we need to be getting moving to Pipeline Tower as safely as possible on the dam. So now this is the scariest part. We're coming into close contact with other players. So we're going to need to get our Stitcher out and be prepared to shoot anybody at this point. Somebody could just pop their head at any second and try to shoot us. So just got to be ready. Taking a minute extra here to get to our spot is not going to be a massive deal. It does sound like people are up there, so let us be prepared. This is the scariest part of all of it, to be honest. If there's somebody up here and they shoot us first, well, it's going to be hard, especially with medium armor. All right, we're up here. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting. It's where we need the snap hook. We need to come along here, put the snap hook in here, come up to this spot, aim here, and you can do it with a zip line, but you can see exactly what I mean, that people could follow you up if you have a zip line. Now that we're in the spot, we are basically safe from rats. We've built a rat-proof place. They could come up if they got a zip line. No free loadouts have a snap hook. Now, what we want to do is snap off the armor here. We can shoot off this plate, and like I say, it's really quickly with the patina. Now, a bunch of wave of arcs are going to come in at this point. So we're going to want to be able to take those out with the Osprey, to be honest. Here they come in. We can still keep shooting here, though. The shield's up. So let's get us in position so we can deal with these smaller flying arc. There'll be a fair amount of them. I want to just try and play around cover, essentially. The good news is, in this stage, you don't really have to deal with the missiles from the Matriarch. I would honestly probably try to use your armor-damaging weapon for this part. But I like the Osprey because it's kind of cheap and cheerful. Right, so make sure you're ready to go now. So the first stage will be done. The Wasps and Hornets will be out the way. The Leaper won't be a problem. The Bastion won't be a problem. It'll only be the Rocketeer later. And maybe the Bombardier. So now we're just going to keep shooting to reveal that armor, essentially. Want to keep shooting the same piece so that you can break off that armor as quickly as possible. This is where the missiles come into play. And if correct here, yeah, so we shouldn't take damage as long as we just play around this barricade. Fine, it's just the gas. There we go. So we've got to keep a distance from that missile to make sure it explodes on the wall there. This gas is no problem. It's fine. Because we're the only player fighting it, it's basically sending in all of our missiles on top of us. And usually they'll be spread across multiple players. It's completely fine. Gotta wait for this stage to end. Then the next stage will come in. She'll call in more arc. There'll be some wasps and leapers. But it's completely fine. We're ready. We'll be ready. So now that that is gone, wait for the gas to go. And we can start shooting at that armor again. Right, it's almost broken off already. So the main thing that's the problem is just the other arc. To slow things down. Only get an angle here. It's going to be easier when this gas stops. If there was a single player here to help us, then we wouldn't have all the gas on us. The main problem. There's the missiles again. Dodge those missiles. Bomb. Okay. Weirdly, it's sending like a barrage of 2 different missile types. As long as we just kind of use the head glitch, we should be okay. I want to try and get the gas to be spread out so we can actually shoot it now. Now there's a wave of missiles coming in, so we step back a bit. Here at 1, 2, 3. And then it's the gas. Another 3 missiles. 1, 2, 3. And then it's the gas. Now it's the missiles. Of course, as long as we stand back, we're going to probably dodge them anyway. I don't think they can get up here. I'll wait for the shield. Our Osprey's 102 durability. It's a lot slower because we're doing it literally solo. So, you know. And the missiles now. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Just can't get an angle on us, dude. The gas mines. Missiles. Step back. Boom, boom, boom. Gas mines. Shoot. I'm going to try and hit that core. So basically now we just go back and forth, strafing back and forth at this angle, trying to find a spot through the gas. A quick tip, I learnt this the hard way. If it gets to about 10 minutes left on the raid and nobody else is coming to help, you may as well just leave and try again. Don't waste all your meds and ammo, because if there aren't any other players, for some reason the Matriarch just gets stuck in this gas phase where she just keeps sending down waves of gas and she doesn't progress through her other attack stages. No idea what's going on there. Perhaps it's because we're not doing enough damage to her. Either way, you kind of need other people to help. If you're going to do this solo, then yeah, there's no other choice but to bring in the Equalizer and probably the Jupiter as well. But the majority of the time, there will be other players around. So I'd suggest just leave and try again. And that's exactly what we did. And in this next game, we basically follow the same strategy. We just stay up on here, the hill. I don't need to post the whole gameplay. I just wanted to point out we had to leave and join another one. Once the Matriarch is starting to smoke, you need to think about your exit plan. Don't leave yet, but basically be prepared to leave as soon as it's on fire and get ready to get as close to the Matriarch as possible. If you stop attacking it for a little while, then it won't de-aggro on you and you'll be able to get as close to it as possible. This is only really those who are going for the Matriarch Aphelion blueprint. If you get your hands on it, just stick it in your safe pocket as soon as possible. Be ready for rats, they will be there, and try to get out at any extract nearby. The spaceport strategy is pretty much the same, but you'll want to go to launch towers, and this time get up on this little spot here. Up here, you're very safe. You'll get wasps and hornets attacking you, but you're safe from the Matriarch's attacks. You'll also need to deal with the Rocketeer when it comes in, but you're safe from the Bastion and the Bombardier for the most part here as well. There's a good little spot there. On Blue Gate, it's really not worth doing, I'll be honest. Hopefully, this video proved to be useful. If it did, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.